Welcome to Dear Alice, a lifestyle approach to interior design.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good. Welcome to Dear Alice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here.
I know. I'm happy to be here,
first
too.
recording of the new year.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. This is obviously coming out January 16th. Yeah. So this is the first time, y'all, that we are sitting down together, and it's just fun. I'm really, really grateful that we get to do this. So thank you to you for listening and
Watching.
Yeah. For keeping the lights on here at Dear Alice. Mm-hmm. It's great. As long as you guys are watching, we're doing it. So here we are. We are recording today's episode on marble.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that we have loved in our projects. We can't actually do a project without it.
No, I honestly, since the beginning of Alice
I should say we can't. We could if we needed to, but
we could, but that would be a client preference, and we'd still would get some type of natural stone or some natural movement because it just changes the game.
Yeah.
It adds that organic movement that we do need.
Character and depth and interest.
In a world of squares, we need that veining.
We do.
So, and it just takes it to a whole new level. And so,
love.
So yeah. We use it on every project.
And it's rad that every slab is different. It's not like, we use this exact same thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the same material, but it's different.
I think all you designers out there would agree, and those of you that have had the chance to go to a slab yard would agree that it is like choosing artwork. And it's a fun thing to take your client to the slab yard and choose the actual slabs.
One of my favorite things to go, like when you're, shopping for your home. That's, It's like, favorite. Oh man.
And you might have you're like, I think this is what the direction we want to go. We've looked at Pinterest. We've done a Photoshop render. We're like, I think this is the direction we should go. And then we go to the slab yard and it's all on the table. Anything's available. And so it usually does switch. And they have a reaction. It's visceral. And if they emotionally connect to it, that's our slab. And we change the paint or whatever around the slab. The slab is the most important thing in that space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good. So if you're tuning in on YouTube and seeing this video, you're seeing that our table is fully loaded with this new marble collection that we just came out with. But we first want to be able to tell you some stories about why we chose the stones that we did and then talk about these silhouettes. So we're going to do that by showing you through projects, the stones, why these quickly became our favorites. And we want to share all of that with you today. So that is going to be today's episode. It's just really digging into it. But first, I wanted to tell you guys, if you're not already following us on Instagram, you can follow us along. The store is at Alice Lane Home, and the interior design firm side is at Alice Lane Interiors. So you can see the projects that we're doing. So if you want to see what we're up to, what we're doing, what we're creating, we're not called Dear Alice on Instagram. I just felt like I needed to say that at the beginning of the new year. Also, if you're a design professional, we have a fantastic trade program. Many of you guys know that we are manufacturing our own products. We wanted to create new things that weren't being offered that we wanted for our projects and for so many of you out there. So, Corey, how many unique SKUs did we give birth to in just 2024 alone?
Just over 150.
Good. Guys, that's almost one new piece every other day because there's 365.
I didn't even really think of it like that, but it's
every third day. I mean, we launched so many new products. So these products don't exist anywhere else. And we have an awesome trade program, great discounts for you, dedicated customer service reps. We have a great claims department. A lot of these things are in stock and ready to ship out to your projects. So definitely.
And you'll be the first to hear about it when they do and have access to it. So, and sometimes, there's the first wave is a limited run. So it really helps to be able to kind of snatch it up while you can. Cause this marble sitting in front of us, it's all going really fast. And I'm clamoring, how am I going to get some back here? Chinese New Year.
Definitely.
And on top of that, how hard this business is and your jobs are hard, designers. And so we have, again, the support staff to help you. If I was on my own, I would not skip a beat before I signed up for To the Trade program because we do have it figured out and we're trying to make your job easier. So please sign up.
It's expanding your team for free.
It is. Yeah, and a whole support staff. And you can just go to alicelanehome.com and you go to the design service tab and you can go to the trade and you just fill out everything. We'll reach out to you and get you all set up. So you can have all this stuff immediately.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay.
Before we jump into this marble, though, you guys know I'm big on like manifesting and trying to just, create a positive outlook at the beginning of the year, see how it goes.
Yeah.
I always give a word for like, this is going to be my word for the year.
Yeah.
I wanted to see maybe what you guys are looking forward to in 2025, or if you've picked a word, what that word is and why.
You know, I got clowned last year on my word of the year. I don't know. Oh man, my word of the year last year. I had a client that reached out and he wanted us to work with this architect. He's like, I really want you to challenge the architect. And I was like, ooh, challenge. That's fun. I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge our designers. I want to challenge the whole process. And so I'm like, challenge. Challenge is going to be my word. That was the worst word ever, you guys. The very worst word. Do you remember?
Wasn't the easiest one.
Do you remember
That's for
my
sure.
2024?
Oh, yeah.
Like after I'm like, challenge is my
Suze's
word.
pets' heads were falling off.
It was like just like chaos after chaos after chaos. Like my basement flooded like right after I said the word challenge. I'm just like challenge and it starts to flood.
It's
Yeah.
like,
And,
oh,
like,
you just wait.
Abandoned septic, tie into the city line. Like anyway, it was just like one thing after another that definitely made me grow. But challenge was my word last year, so I'm looking for a nice soft word this year.
Yeah.
Just like I don't know,
Spa services.
a shoulder rub.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Calmness.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about I'm being very methodical before I jump into my word of the year, but I'll get back to you.
Love it.
Anyway, but challenge. No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Go for something easy in 2025. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is
relaxing.
going to sound like a cop-out, but I have a girlfriend that is kind of a life coach and whatnot. And we were at breakfast last year and she asked me, what's your word? And I was like, I don't know. I don't do that practice because I just feel like so much flies at you that you're like, juggle, I don't know. And she's like, a lot of people don't resonate with choosing at the beginning of the year, but springtime with new birth and new growth, she's like, you just keep marinating in it and you choose your word in the spring.
Or it chooses you, I guess.
Or it
as
chooses
you're
you.
like,
So
I guess this is
I
going to be a
like
challenge
that.
of a year.
Yes.
I know.
So I'm just kind of a wide open palette right now, waiting for the right word to find me.
Do you know what I would say, like, for you? And it's because, like, you're this to me is, like, excitement, because no matter what the situation is, even if it looks bleak, like, you're always positive in it. And you always get me, like,
that's really nice.
excited about doing the work to kind of either get past it or, like, build up to it type of thing, things feel daunting. So
I like that.
I'm
So,
not
like,
saying that I'm not choosing your word.
No, but I do think though, like putting a positive spin on something, like we just came from a meeting and I know that people that were in that meeting, it was with like our people that do some advertising and put ads into space for us. And it feels like we're speaking Greek in that meeting, and our rep is just, he's hard for some of our people to understand because it is a whole different language. So after the meeting's over, I know a lot of people are probably like, that was a disaster and a waste of time. So I'm like, okay, what happened good in that meeting? So I can highlight the great things that are happening so we can put that spin on it. So yeah, sometimes you're just trying to reframe it for people so we can all keep moving forward and not start letting our day tumble like blocks for the rest of the day, being like, man, that meeting really set me off and now everything's going wrong, and they start terribilizing. Yeah, so I like that. Put a positive spin.
You're a mom.
Yeah.
That's
Moms do
you're a
that.
mom.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to. Otherwise, just like it's just
We got to reframe it.
chaos.
I think our brains, to protect us, I've heard that they always are showing us where danger's at. So they're showing us the negative things so we can hurry and solve for that. And we're like, whoa, where's my weapons? Where's my knife? Where's my, like
Where's my defense?
you're trying to hurry and protect yourself in a fight or flight
And
moment.
others. Like that's
And
why I think
others.
you're way good at like
Yeah.
leading
So-
a team, because you're just like, hey, I need to lift this up.
Yeah.
and
You're like,
be
let's
positive about it.
pump some helium into this situation.
Yeah. And me, I'm just like dying. I'm like, oh man, start over. This sucks.
Do you have a word for the year, Corey?
Yeah. Mine's going to be trust. Because like I
Oh,
said,
I
sometimes I
like
get
that.
a little bit, maybe not down on myself, but I'm like, oh man, this is going to be too hard.
Yeah.
Like, and I
Yeah.
just,
Self-critical.
yes. I need to trust that I can do it. Trust the things that I put into motion last year are going to come to fruition this year.
For
and
sure.
It's going to be,
Yeah.
Easier.
For sure.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I think like with those 150
Yeah.
products we talked about just a couple of minutes ago, like 60 of them are going to launch in Q1. So
Yeah.
I feel like kind of my part of it is a little bit done, and I'm, handing it off and just,
Passing the baton
Yeah.
over to us and
Yeah.
trust that we're going to make it look good.
Exactly, which I completely do. Yeah.
I love that. And I love like when we say like trust your gut, because we all know like, you know, if you're giving me 2 options, I know which one is the better option based off of my life experience. It's going to be the better thing for me and for my clients because I'm the filter.
Yeah.
So trust your gut. I love that. Trust is a good word.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I love that.
Okay.
All
Should we get into marble?
Let's do it.
Okay. So as y'all probably know, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, Corey and Jess are always working on product development and doing all this new, you know, working with the factories that we work with and developing new product. And anyway, I'm more in like the home sector. Like I'm doing the whole home for ALID, but I want to know how this started because we had a couple little marble pieces before in our marble collection, but then we just had like off the ship came all this gorgeousness. And I want to know like what was that development process and why these marbles?
I think the thing that taught me to know what I wanted to ask for, to say, is it available in this? Yeah. Because besides getting the silhouette right, then you're also looking for the material for the silhouette or the fabric that's going to go on the sofa that we design. And sometimes that last finish that's going to be on the piece either makes it or breaks it.
Yeah.
And so we really wanted to push ourselves here. We know there's marble out there, but one of the things that we learned, one of the last projects I worked on in ALID before I went full-time into product development was our St. John's project. And you guys, a lot of you have loved this project. It's it just got published in Arc Digest, probably around August, September.
AD Poland.
Poland, yeah. And the powder bath in this bathroom is all Kolkata Viola, and it's slabs, not tile. And this was
the whole thing.
A huge lift for the builder, for all of us involved. We're used to working with tile. It's a lot more affordable way to do it, but she really wanted this to be seamless. And she has a great taste level and just had a real vision, the client did. So some of you know Jamie O'Banion. This is her powder bath. So I'm going to show you this. Those of you that are watching, this is that bathroom. And this is all Kolkata Viola slabs. We needed 5 slabs to create this little powder bath. The ground is slab.
Are those drawer fronts?
The vanity is all slab.
Wow.
The sink was slab. The walls were slab. I mean, it was wild. The walls that were not slab were Calcutta or were antique mirror, yeah. Which ended up being as expensive as the slabs.
I was just going to say that.
Just
yeah.
So
I was like,
wild.
so yeah,
yeah. So anyway, Kolkata Viola is one of those things that when you go shopping for one of these extraordinary exotic marbles is what they're called. They're like the class 5s. Oftentimes when we're working with a client, we love this. This is the true north. It's on the board. We know we want to look for it at the slab yard. We ask if they have it. Sometimes they have a small bundle, bathrooms such as this and such as this. You need 5 in a bundle to create these spaces, which is a lot. And these are at the highest price point. So this is kind of the hot new girl. This is the crush that everybody has in Marble Land, are these really busy exotic slabs.
How would you describe Kolkata Viola to those who are like listening, like the look of it, I guess?
Great question. I think when this started getting on the market of just like we're craving a lot more movement and contrast in our slabs, we kind of kept referencing like old money. Like when you look at you know, an estate, you know, in Europe or anywhere, you'd see like these really wild, exotic looking marbles. And a lot of them had color to it too, which is why, and colored marbles are harder to find. There's fewer of them than there are some of these like white field colors, Carrera. That's why there's so much of Carrera. There's a lot of different variants of Calcutta Gold, but it's still relatively neutral. But to get like a colored marble is more difficult. And so when we started seeing Kolkata Viola, we're just like, oh my gosh, that gives us the color, but it still is like, has the milkiness that I think most clients will feel timeless about. And so what Kolkata Viola is just, it has like a really warm, white, milky field color. And then the veining is what it sounds, it's shades of violet. You see shades of blush in different slabs. Like there's from like blushy to like deep Merlot burgundy is what you see in this wild, really tight contrasting movement in a Kolkata Viola slab. And it's just fantastic. And there's nothing boring about it. And it's fun when you start to pair it with other things, fabrics, wall paints. Like you can really emphasize the color, bring it up or bring it down, which is such a cool thing about Kolkata Viola.
Totally. Well, so for fun, when we were working through these silhouettes, I was like, Corey, just see if they have Kolkata Viola, right?
Mhm.
I don't know what it's going to do to the price point, but here's what I know about us women and designers trying to get things into their home is that a lot of us already just live in homes, and we're not going to just replace all of our countertops, right? Because this amazing movement is going on, or because our taste levels changed since we built our home. But what I do know is if we could get pieces of Kolkata Viola in the home, we're going to get that feeling, but we can get it through an accessory. We can give it through a gift. And this really great, beautiful, high-end taste stone can live with anybody. And Corey was able to find it for us.
Mhm.
And the new silhouettes are half of them. We did half of them available in Kolkata Viola. And so we wanted to show you guys these pieces. I think it's going to be an all-star for sitting at the table, for entertaining. Anyway, we're going to take you through a few of the silhouettes, but this is why we love Kolkata Viola. And we felt like we needed a podcast to show you like the projects, what it does to a home, but here it is in an accessory, and you can get this feeling in your kitchen or on your bookshelves or whatever. So here we go. Let's
Awesome.
do it.
Awesome.
So the pieces in Kolkata Viola are the Dolce Tray, which I have to say, I just looked at the data this morning.
So good.
And I don't know why we called it a tray. It's essentially like a cake plate, but I do feel like this with perfume bottles on it,
Yep.
So beautiful.
where in your closet or wherever you keep your perfume, on your vanity, this even on your nightstand with your glasses and your glass of water and whatnot is just so pretty. Those of you that are listening, I'm just holding up our Dolce Tray. It's a really lovely piece. You got to check it out on the website. This one is selling the fastest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought for sure it
crazy.
was going to be the Amore Tray,
Yeah, me too.
which we should show them that next. Sue, will you
This
hold up?
feels very, very designer though. They all
Yeah.
do,
So
but there's something just
do.
like so like it's balanced, it's edgy, it has that radial thing on the bottom of it. You see like these blades of Calcutta
Yeah,
as
and
it
cutouts.
support
Yeah.
listeners. And it's just like there's such an architectural edit to it. It's
Yeah.
and it adds interest. You could just have that.
I
like,
also
on an end
think
table and like be it's
Yeah.
sculpture. It's
also
beautiful.
like this podcast is coming out on January 16th. I would seriously think about these. This one's going to sell out the first, I think. And this would be great to throw like a Galentine's or Valentine's. Load
Yeah.
this up with pastries from your favorite bakery or that chocolate cake and serve it to your husband and kids or do whatever. But I think this holds a really gorgeous cake. We did that for the photo shoot. You'll see that when you get to the website and see the marble lunch.
I would say as far as favorite pieces, like I love this. There's a grand tray that like is a very functional piece that we'll get into. But as far as like designer wise, this
It's just so fun to
the
look
Dolce
at.
is so good.
Yeah.
And I'm just like I could put one of those in every client's home
Yeah.
and not get tired of it.
Um,
It's so pretty.
Those of you that are listening, it's a round cake plate, but the base has all of these blades that go around it. It's almost like picture the Colosseum, how like these legs all come down to
Yeah.
the ground.
The way good
So
reference.
it probably has like, I don't know, 12 legs or
Mhm.
10 legs or something. And so it just feels almost Kelly Wearstler-esque for a fraction of the price. Also, I feel like the prices we're bringing these
Oh my
out
gosh.
at
Yes.
are really bonkers. They should be like 4 times this price. So I want you guys to get these home. They're so good, and I hope we can keep bringing
They're
them
so,
to you
so
at this price
beautiful.
point. So
Mhm.
anyway, Dolce Tray, phenomenal in that special marble we've been talking about. This next one we thought was going to be the bestseller. This is the Amore Tray.
Mhm.
It is on the list. It's doing really, really well. I mean, this just launched like a few days ago. But this has a pretty ruffled edge. Sue and I keep calling it the postage stamp.
Like a love note.
Yeah. And I think also really great Valentine gift.
So cute.
You can put chocolates in it. You could put a love note in
I
it.
love this for like a nightstand.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
And just like to put like your earrings down, your rings, things like that. Keep a hand cream
Just
there.
picture
whatever.
that on your nightstand
It's
right
so
now. I don't know what
beautiful.
color yours is. I have a white nightstand, but that
Mine's-
Kolkata Viola sitting on it next to a lamp.
Pop off. It's so good.
So
It's
good.
So good.
I know this
Yeah.
isn't about the
Yeah.
marble either, but Jess's reference, like gifts and stuff like that. It's one thing I've been nerding out about lately is the packaging that we've been able to kind of source
Ooh.
to get this
Glad
in.
you said that.
All of the stuff that we've felt make good gifts. We spent the extra money, had customized packaging for it. It's branded Alice Lane. I'm super proud of it because it's kind of difficult to do.
Mhm.
I think we're in like year 6 of like product development, and now just kind of like figuring out how to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that as well. So great gifts, and they present well
Yeah.
when you do give them. So.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun though? Like you have like a couple really, really dear friends like out of state, and you're just like, I just want to send them like a little love note or a little something, like get a little, and just like send them that box. Like what a beautiful way
So
to receive that
beautiful.
tray on the inside.
Yes.
Gosh, it's just beautiful.
I have a sister-in-law, speaking of which, for Christmas. I knew that the marble had arrived in our warehouse, so I gave these to her for Christmas. This is the Kolkata Viola Bookends. And they're like pieces of cheesecake. They're so gorgeous.
So delicious.
Right? Anyway, so I gave her these, and I thought these would be so pretty on your nightstand with all the books that you're reading. She's brilliant, went to Johns Hopkins and is always studying science or reading something. And I was like, what a beautiful way to elevate. Or this on your desk at your home office with all your notebooks and journals and whatnot. Or we all have a bookshelf or a set of built-ins where you need to be able to line up books and just put one against the side and you can put the next one up on top. But I think this is a really, really sophisticated gift for anybody, the reader, the person that has a desk, your nightstand, whatnot.
The
Love
academic
them.
in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
That.
So those are the those are the bookends. And then we've got the coaster set, also out of Kolkata Viola. Which is awesome.
Do you want this?
So beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to take it. So this is the set of coasters. Those of you that are listening, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 coasters stacked in this stunning display.
Mm-hmm.
The display is all out of Kolkata Viola too. This on a cocktail table is so pretty.
So pretty.
I also really love putting the coaster down and putting a candle on the coaster. Or I put my diffuser down. I think you can use this in other ways. I keep one of these on my nightstand to put my glass of water on it. I stole it from the family room coaster set. These can walk around your house.
Great.
You have this little slab of Kolkata
smart.
Viola on certain surfaces, and it is so foxy.
Yep.
When you guys did the photo shoot and you had like for the Galentine's party that you were kind of like prepping right for.
Yeah.
And you had all the glasses on there. I'm like, that is such a scene. Like those coasters are gorgeous.
So pretty.
Beautiful.
They do a lot of heavy lifting.
They do a lot of heavy lifting and it's practical. And I feel like when we're designing homes, which is why, again, it's so nice that we have these two sides of the business where we're designing homes, we know what we're going to use, that we always need. That's practical, but it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
yeah.
Bravo, guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
So pretty. And then we have the Gemma canister.
Yes.
Okay. So Gemma.
Canister, yeah.
Yes.
So this is a little jar, if you will. It almost looks like a candle would be inside of it. It's got a lid. This is made entirely of Kolkata Viola. You can put your makeup brushes in it. You could keep cotton rounds in it, cotton balls, Q-tips.
Q-tips,
A
yeah.
little nosegay.
A nosegay of flowers. I think
So
this
beautiful.
really beautiful. If you have guests coming over to stay on their nightstand, you could fill it with water and grab some fresh blooms from, Trader Joe's or something. But
The bathroom vanity, usually you need all that space,
Yeah.
but it's small enough, but it, again, gives that organic feel. It's so pretty.
keep your toothbrush in it.
Mhm.
Anyway, really elevated.
Toothbrushes never looked sexier.
Right.
Tell you what, that's
yeah,
really
and
cute.
if you moved into your home and you didn't get to choose your countertops or whatnot, you get this little canister. You keep your toothbrush in it. You get the Amore Tray, put your perfumes in it, and you feel like you've got a beautiful slab working for you in your bathroom.
I do feel like all this feels very like that boutique hotel. Do you know what I
love
mean?
that.
Like
Yeah.
when we go stay at a really nice place, you're just like everything's in its place and everything's functional, but it's beautiful. That is what this collection is. It's so lovely.
It's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Okay, after the Kolkata Viola pieces, we did Bianco Carrera. And I wanted to show you in a project, Bianco Carrera. This is just that really beautiful, clean aesthetic where a white field, that milky white field like Sue talked about, and then we've got really pretty gray movement that's happening.
It was very classical to me.
Yeah.
Like this is like what they would do a statue, the David, out of something like this where it's not too cold of a white. It does have a little bit more of an organic field color to it when you look at it. And one thing I really like about the Bianco Carrera, when it came in, you said Carrera, and I was like, oh, Carrera can often seem too gray, and a lot of tight gray veining. But listeners, like this Bianco Carrera, it has majority of the light white, and then you get some of like the natural movement, so it's limestone, and it's an honest material. And so it's so pretty, and I think both of these pair well when you put it with other marbles or when I have them together.
Yeah.
They look really nice. So if you're thinking, how do I put this marble on my loud marble countertop? If you have a loud marble countertop, you're going to get the more still, the Bianco Carrera, cake plate to put on top of that to balance it out.
Yeah.
Or if you're a maximalist, like, who cares? You're going to put all of them there.
Yes.
So anyway, they really can get along with whatever is happening in your house.
I love that. Sue, tell them about the piece. I think you bought this for yourself first thing, right?
I sure did. Again, I am still in the phase. I have like little kids. So at my kitchen sink, I have like what I tried to make pretty, like to wash all their bottles, like a pretty glass thing. Then I have my Tatine soap and I have my Tatine lotion to make me feel civilized, like a real life human. That, that can, do
like
those
we have
things.
it, like we have it put
in the middle of the
together,
night when I'm cleaning the
kids.
bottle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I had a tray by my sink that was like 2/3 of this size, and I couldn't put the darn dishwashing whatever container there. And so I'm like, we need one that's long and that's lifted up off the table. And so listeners, what I'm talking about is this tray, this marble tray that has this lip around it that can fit your dish soap, it can fit your hand soap, and it can fit a lotion, as well as like a little bottle brush, something, when you're cleaning your dishes. But the thing I love most about it are these like little round marble feet at the, like on every corner of the base. And so it's lifted up off your counter. And so it's not going to get like yucky and like
like the
easily
water
clean.
stuck underneath it.
Yeah, and so it's more long lasting. It's something that I can keep there forever. So I think that this is a gift for your mother. I think like the practical person in all of us, you're like, you can, I don't know, justify that spend because you're just like, it's something I need and use every day. And
I gave this to my mother-in-law for Christmas.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
Like my mom, Provo Grandma would be all about something like this.
Yeah.
All of her things.
It's just grand enough that it's going to hold everything you need. Where usually those little sink caddies hold 2 things. Yeah. And you're like, man, do I need to buy 2 of them? Because I have a lot of stuff that I don't want down here in the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really elevated and so pretty.
Yeah. I love the detailing that you guys did on this because not only does it have like the little round feet on all the corners, but also like scallops and radiuses on the corners with like these cute notches. So the profiling of it's really beautiful. You guys are going to have to go look at it online and pick up one because everybody needs one of these at your kitchen sink.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Gift.
Yeah. You could also do it at your bathroom sink.
Oh, yes.
You keep your perfumes on it along with, whatever else, your soap, your lotion. It's grand enough that it could hold it all.
You need daughter, whatever, all of her new things, all of her lip balms.
Yes. The Milan dish, this comes in 2 sizes. This is, I think it's just so chic. This was going to be a top probably will be a top round dish with a big bullnose edge. Comes in 2 sizes. You could just put a grand candle in it for your entryway or that center hall table or your kitchen island or the coffee table, or you could keep candy in it, or the list goes on. Keep it on your nightstand. Put your glass of water and your nighttime pills or whatever it is. I just think it's so pretty. All the perfume bottles. You could make up, a million reasons for it during our photo shoot. I'll put a few images up here. I thought it'd be beautiful at a vanity where you can keep your skincare in it or your jewelry, all of those collections of necklaces or pearls. In these images, we had, cherries in one and really cute meringues in another. This could be a Galentine's event. You can serve food out of marble. You can really do anything with it. It just looks so good.
So they all have like a full bull-nosed edge. I love them like just nesting like that.
So
I think
pretty.
that's awesome. Like that was, I was like, those are going to be winners,
I think so too. It's sculptural. It like speaks on its own, or you can feel it. Anyway, I actually loved the jewelry in it. Yeah. I thought the jewelry was my favorite thing because it's just kind of like dripping off, and you guys know I love a bull nose. Yeah. So can't get enough.
You also know that we love a closet here at Alice Lane. It's so fun what's become of closets. And when we think about island styling or corralling the beautiful objects and collections people have, I think a lot of these pieces on a closet island or in your cubbies are going to show off your pieces. And I think this pair on a closet island would be so pretty.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, really good. And then, of course, the Milan dish, which we made in the Kolkata Viola. That's that cake plate. The Dolce, excuse me. That's that sort of Colosseum-looking piece. It comes in the Kolkata Viola as well as the Bianco Carrera. So both, depending on your mood, you might want both for desserts.
I'm like, yeah, if you're having like a party and you're going to go get some of those cute mini cakes, like have both of them out, or I don't know. We love a collection too. So again, they all look good together, and they'll look pretty with all your other crystal cake dishes and things that you're going to be serving all the yummy things on. So
yep, just get it for your party pantry. You're going to need it. They're exquisite. Yeah.
We have like a serving board that we're doing too.
Which I really, really love those.
Yeah.
Like the photo shoot looked amazing because it's just a marble slab.
And I know we don't like do this a lot, but like I joked when we were like, you know, talking of like when we were like what we're selling it for and all that stuff. It's either $57 or $59. Either way, it's like, I was like, people just buy this as tile and tile their bathroom with it because it's so damn cheap. But the price point I think is great. The functionality, in my opinion, is amazing. Again, like you said, it's an agreeable marble. It plays well with, you know, anything. So
the size on them is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
and
impressive charcuterie.
Super thick. It's like 2 times or 3 times the thickness of a piece of tile. Like it's really grand. And I love the black and the white one. I think you put desserts on the black and then like vegetables and cheeses on the white and just have those on the cocktail table, have girlfriends come over or on the table or on the island. But it's going to really elevate your serving opportunity.
Totally agree.
Really pretty. Yeah. Good call out, Corey. Next marble crush that we love is Onyx. Onyx is another one of those really exotic stones. We've used Onyx in a couple projects in massage rooms. We've done backlit Onyx on the wall. So right when you would walk into this massage room, you could turn on the lights and that stone would just glow. And it really was so spa-like. We've done that twice. It was really lovely. And then we used Onyx on a closet island for our Barbie dream house. And you could backlight. You could turn on the light underneath the stone and that just glowed. And it was like magic princess hour. It was so pretty.
I think that's the magic behind it is that it's kind of translucent. So it's, you know, it's, it
was like something from the moon.
Yeah, exactly. Like is not of this earth.
Otherworldly.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Onyx certainly increased the price of this product, but I just think this Onyx bowl, it's the only thing that we did. It's the Angelo bowl in the whole collection out of white onyx, but this has been a great seller as well. People have loved it.
So pretty. If I get a cute little puppy,
Lady Bennett should eat out of that.
Eat out of this Onyx bowl. It also reminds me of like that texture of like the jelly nails that are like just like so beautiful. That was a really dumbed down parallel when I looked at it anyway. But just the glossiness and like the shape that you guys were able to achieve, it's just really beautiful. You get the natural movement of the stone, the onyx veining.
And we don't do a ton in like polished, but I think that like has to be. Good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's part of like the dreaminess of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hone.
This looked so pretty with pistachios in it.
Oh, so
that would be really pretty for your cocktail table or a side table, wherever, you know, you want to snack and nosh. But also we had bubblegum with wrapper, you know, like actual yellow bubble gum with the wrappers. Bubble yum, that's what I'm trying to say. That was really playful and fun. This could be cute on your entry table. It could have wrapped chocolates with foil wrappers. It just is so, so beautiful. You're going to love it in all your styling. It's really handsome.
Place an expensive candle nearby. Like when the lights off and like the flicker on it, like that light will just catch it.
Yes.
So
And if you happen to have a window behind it, it will really like light that up.
I can see that right now. We have a window in Corey and it's so pretty. You really see the vein.
So pretty.
So pretty. High five for Onyx.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Nero Marina. We've loved this in projects.
Guys.
Right?
It's just the contrast. Nero Marina is a really dark marble.
With white veining.
So it'd be white
black
veining, but it's not like too busy of a white veining. So you just get these like splays and architectural like bits. But it's
I
so
think that's
beautiful.
what kind of makes it feel like a little bit like more timeless to me, I guess, is that it's not crazy intense with the white veining, you know?
Yeah. I'll say like in all the like projects that we do, I love to have like that bit of contrast. And we usually we're creating a lot of different mosaics and things for entry floors and whatnot. And yeah, Jess is holding up a couple right now. And like, I always like to get like a dark border. It just like crisps it up and like it just kind of like pulls everything in. And I remember like in fashion, it's always like add a little bit of black.
Yeah.
Like always have your black dress, like have a little bit of black on you because it's just timeless. And that's what this does for a room. It does it for these accessories phenomenally.
Yeah, and this shower,
Oh gosh.
this was all Nero Marina.
Yep.
So striking.
So striking.
Really handsome. So naturally, I had to say to Corey, hey, can they get Nero Marina? And guess what? They did it.
This is what I was talking about, the excitement thing. So I'm just like, man, that's gonna feel like, you know, that's a heavy lift.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
Yes.
she gets me excited about it, talking about like why we should do it and why people, you know, need it and have to have it. Then I'm like, we're doing it. Yeah.
Yes, so good.
I
So
love Nero
this is that really beautiful black marble serving tray again. That's how it looks with
That's so
dessert
nice.
all over it. Isn't that pretty? Those of you watching, we just loaded up this black marble board with strawberries and blackberries and chocolates, Ghirardelli, and nuts, cashews. And then we even put just like a really handsome candle on the board and lit it because it's like having a fire, you know, going.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Right? How
Yeah.
gorgeous is that for Valentine's or any kind of entertaining?
Yeah, we
You
need to
feel
sell that
so
entire
special.
thing with, yeah,
know.
because
Yeah.
like I just
And
want
then
that.
on the whiteboard, we did like healthy fruits, veggies, cheeses, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
You could put a bean burrito on that. It would look gorgeous. Honestly,
Yes.
like
Some
whatever it
Taco
may
Bell.
be, like where you can, it elevates anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah. It's like the Rolls Royce version of the charcuterie tray,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
but a really great price. It's probably less than a lot of breadboards out there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know
100% is.
Yeah.
everyone has this person in their life, or a few of them, like the person that has everything that's really hard to gift for. These things are for that person.
Yeah.
I will say, because it is just, it's exclusive to us. We're the creators, and it just looks like money. It's so beautiful, but it's so, the price point on it is so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah.
I also want to say one little upgrade we were able to make is the Darling necklace holder, which has been in the line for a year. We are now making it in Nero Marina.
And Darlene, I mean,
Guys,
like I've always loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So amazing in Nero Marina. It's like
yeah.
night and day to me.
This
Yeah.
is the one that like kind of keeps me up at night. That I'm just like, where can I put that?
On your dresser.
On my dresser.
Yeah.
I need to put it on my dresser because
Or your brass
just- I-
shelf with all your denim and sweaters
Yeah, I have
stacked.
spots for it. I love that piece
you need
so
it.
much. Okay.
It's really great.
Okay.
So we did the serving tray out of the Marquina. We did the Darling necklace display, and then we did a brand new piece.
I'll get her.
This is called the Venus sculpture. This is something that
Good call.
we've
guys.
wanted for our projects. Those of you that follow Steve Cordnoy, you know him down in Australia. He always has this like female form in the middle of his center hall table. And then he'll bring in his fresh flowers and trees and put them all around. And there's something just like about the statuary piece, fresh flowers, books.
Sorry, I'm blocking your face.
No, you're fine. We just had to put this up so you guys can see it. We're so proud of this. This is a female form. What are we on the body?
Resin.
Like
That's
a
what I was gonna
resin.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This really beautiful resin. It's a bone color that the form is made out of. She doesn't have arms or a head. It's all torso. You get her bum and the top of her legs, and then it sits on top of Nero Marina marble block, and it is bananas.
Which was a change we made at the 11th hour. I mean, if we're talking stories here, I thought this was done. And
Uh-huh.
then Jessica is like, maybe Nero Marina. And that I'm like,
yeah, sorry.
we'll see what they can do.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
and
do
you
it.
can't see it any other way. Like it
Yeah,
needed that
It
anchor.
did.
Mhm.
It
the
did.
bottom.
I think
Yeah.
this
And
looks
some movement in it too.
It's so
definitely.
Yeah.
I think the
This is
white
a favorite,
vein
for
connects
sure.
back to that bone colored body, and it just all looks so classical.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful on an entry table, beautiful on a pedestal. If you have a corner that like needs a little lift, I think that would be so stunning.
Her closet island,
Oh,
right in the
gosh.
middle,
Yes, I kind of want to like put some scarves on it
in
or
a
something.
library, in a
Yeah.
music room.
Yeah, it's smart. It's
Yeah.
kind of like putting a marble sculpture there. I know it's
Yeah.
not marble, but it gives that kind of idea and that classical
Yeah.
element.
And it's good,
Beautiful.
like 360 too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that is the
Ugh,
Venus
So
sculpture.
good.
Yeah.
Those are all of our Nero Marina pieces. And then the last marble that we only did one thing in this, and this is the Rosa Lavinato.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So pretty. This is like an ox blood marble, and it's really fun. Each of these pieces looks a little bit unique from the rest. And Sue, give them a little history
Yes.
lesson on this marble.
Yeah, I would love to. Okay, so when I talked about colored marbles and how they're just more rare, like there's not many of them as far as quarries on the earth to like get this marble. But the beautiful thing about this is like just as it's an ox blood, and we were working with our marble dealer that he deals in like all over the world. He gathers slabs for us, and we were talking. We wanted to do a red mantle, or a portion of a mantle in a client's home here in a red marble. And he's like, taught me a lesson that red marble, especially like if you think about European homes and castles, it was a sign of wealth because it was a lot more rare than some of these other ones where there was just more of them, right? And so just holding up a picture right now of some of these like antiqued, French red marble mantles. And there's just something so special about them because you just don't see them. You don't see them often. And so it's kind of, I think it's a sign of prosperity. I think it's just a sign. It's rare. Again, when you can get a marble and like that deep of a saturation and hue, I think it just completely elevates a space. And so I loved hearing that like, I love one of a kind things, like we're always trying to get that bit in all of our clients' homes. And so I think having these obelisks in the Rosa is so fantastic because, again, it just feels very, again, I said academic earlier. It feels very smart and studied and like we knew what we were doing when we put this in red. Can you imagine it? And just like white would be fine, but it would blend in with the wall like this. You actually get to feel the architecture of this shape, which is what this piece is for. So,
yeah, just stunning. I actually had a pair of these in my entryway. We had manufactured them in white marble and we had sort of decided to not do it. We weren't really sure. We're like, maybe they're expensive. I don't know who's going to buy this today. It feels like 90s law firm. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then,
90s law firm.
And then after living with them, I just was like, I love the height. You need the height. I had them, I had them stacked like soldiers just right next to each other on my entry console. And then I'd use them on my mantle. And I'd be like, you know what? We actually need these, but let's not do them in white because I expect them in white. Let's see if we can get something oxblood. And I am so stoked over this.
Me too.
These are performing very well. They're selling great.
Good.
Yeah, which is fun. I just looked at the data.
Get it. It's awesome.
Yeah, they do. And I think we're ready. I mean, this has been probably one of the number one colors in fashion this past fall. I've seen women wearing the boots, just embracing it on every level, jackets and purses. And it's very Bottega and, it's very Italian. And I'm just so proud that we were able to make this happen.
Me too.
You guys are going to love having this in your styling. These are available now. I mean, we looked these up on First Dibs.
Oh, man.
What were the cost on these? It was crazy.
I think there was a pair, and the pair was like over $1,000 or $1,500 or something like that.
It was
crazy.
It was. They really do. They run for a lot of money, and I think it's because that really dark red oxblood color of marble is just super rare and hard to find. So we're making these. They're available. They're ready to ship, and they just launched in the collection, which is really, really cool.
Yep.
You guys, well done.
Thank you.
I'm sure it'll continue to be added upon, but like what a gorgeous collection to start 2025 off.
Yeah, this was one of my, when we were doing our thing yesterday, like the wins of 2024. This collection was one of my wins. I mean, because I'm so proud of it and took a lot of work. And I'm just excited to see how 2025 how they do in 2025.
And super fun that they got here just in time for Valentine's. So if you guys want to take advantage of it, I would say shop quickly because they are selling.
Yep.
But I wanted to tell you guys that are listening, we're going to give you a special code for our just for our listeners, and it's Dear Alice 20, and you can get 20% off your purchase.
Your entire purchase too, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just like
That's
a one
huge.
item thing.
Yeah.
So 20% off your entire purchase.
Definitely.
Buy
And
some marble for your lover.
yeah, do, or your friends or yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I wanted to say, if you guys have any podcast topics that you're like, oh, I wish they would talk about this, please send those to dearalice@alicelanehome.com. We love to read through those. And thank you for all your nice reviews. It means so much to us.
Yeah, we made a binder of them, just to let you guys know. Like, we printed them all out. We have, so we can like read
on
them.
On a bad day, we'll just go to the binder.
Come in here and just, blow our nose.
Get a
and
cold Coke and the binder.
re-energize ourselves. Yeah. Guys, Happy New Year. We thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you next time. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating.